Not gonna lie, they almost had us in the first half. They almost had us in the first half. But that's not the way Pigcake goes, all right? That's not what we do here. What we do is go back. Season 3, starting today. We're starting off with a bang. We're starting off with a new format. We're starting off with a new adventure here, you and I. We're gonna go places. We're not just gonna be stagnant and stay where we were before, because that wasn't working. So we're gonna go far beyond our capacities as a channel. We're gonna go and soar above all the other competitive Magic channels, and we're gonna do something different here. We're gonna do something unique. We're gonna do something that we're gonna be proud of at the end of the day when we come together. Season 3, episode 1, Pigcake. It's happening. You better be hitting that bell icon because things are happening. You're gonna wanna hit that bell icon because things are happening and you're gonna wanna be part of it. All right, you're gonna wanna be a part of the Pigcake train. You don't wanna just be stagnant in your Pigcake Toyota Corolla. You wanna be there for when the train goes off the rails. I apologize for the appearance. Please know that I don't have any affiliation with any sort of group that I can't really say the name of because again, I wanna be monetized. But this is the only mask I could get. This is the only mask that I could get shades. I could wear this. I could have a little bit of a mesh hole. So this is your fault for not hitting 50K fast enough. So in today's episode, we got a little bit of a hot tutorial. We're gonna be using these cards, in particular the Jerry's Nuggets, which as of the time of this particular recording, it's kind of crazy. They hit 100K in less than 15 minutes. What? Huh? Hopefully my deck gets a little bit of that same support when it comes out relatively soon. Season 3, it's happening. This is what we're doing here. So I guess let's get to it. Let's get to it. It's a little bit of a hot card trick. Mystery card. Everyone loves a good mystery card. Everyone always loves a little bit of an elongated introduction. So why don't we just get to the trick and how to do it right now. Oh boy, everyone loves a good old mystery card plot, and today I have one for you guys. I have an excellent variation of the mystery card plot. If you guys don't know what this trick is, it's a wonderful trick. You're gonna find out because I'm gonna perform it for no one, but I'm gonna perform it as if you were here. So if you were here, this is the performance you would get from me. Hey there, friend. Would you like to see a card trick? No? Well, I don't know if you know this, but Florida's a one-party consent state. So you have to do what I say, no matter what. So I'm forcing you to sit through this card trick without the need for consent. So here I have a deck of Jerry's Nuggets playing cards. Jerry's Nuggets playing cards, of which I hope they send me so many of. So for this, I'm actually going to need a little bit of a mystery. This is going to be my mystery right here. I'm not going to show that to you yet, sir, because honestly, I have no obligation to do so, but that might come into relevance a little bit later on. But as you can see, I have a normal ordinary regulation deck of playing cards here, something that you would find on any floor of a nursing home, but this one in particular is special because they're Jerry's Nuggets. But I'll tell you what, why don't you pick any card you want? This one right here, good eye, sir, good eye. The 7 of spades. Oh, that's a card for the ages. That's a card that I'm sure people will be talking about for generations to come. That card is going to go in the middle of the deck right there, squared up, as fair could be, assuming that you don't catch any sort of flashes. But I'm gonna mix a deck up because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't need your card. We only need 2 cards in particular. That's right. The 2 jokers, sir. The 2 jokers right here are gonna help me find your card. Believe it or not, if I place these on top of the deck, give a little bit of a rub on my hands, you see what happens? You see what happens? That gives enough time for something magical to take place, because whereas we had nothing between the jokers, now guess what? We happen to have a single card between the jokers, sir. I don't know if you see this, but we have your card right there between the jokers. It's almost as if that's somewhat of a magic trick, right? It's almost I'll do it again for you, but only because you've asked nicely. I'm going to take your 7 of spades. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle of the deck, hopefully without dropping the cards everywhere, because you're trying to avoid the mic cord that you should have placed underneath your shirt, but you put it over your shirt to save time when setting up this video. but we're going to be placing that card somewhere in the middle of the deck. There it is. Because honestly, it's irrelevant. We just need the 2 jokers here. I want you to remember, sir, before we started, I placed the card down. I placed the card on a table. I haven't touched it. As a matter of fact, I don't want to touch it. I'm going to squeeze it between these 2 little jokers here because I want you to go ahead and turn it over and see what it is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's your card, the 7 of spades. Hey there, do you like magic? Well, you should check out the Pigcake Magic Academy because, well, it's killing. It's making a killing. It's killing people. It's not killing people. It's teaching people magic tricks from a beginner's perspective all the way to an expert. You get 2 new videos a week. You get videos going over card. You have video going over coin stuff. Over 190 videos already. It makes you want to join for only $5 a month. Help your boy out and learn a thing or two. It's good for advanced magicians because it gives you a nice refreshing take on all these sleights. It's good for beginner magicians because it gives you a nice refreshing take on all these sleights. Join today. The link is in the description below. Maybe there you could learn a thing or two about a couple sleights that you're going to have to know for this particular trick. As you see, it's a very simple variation of the mystery card plot. People that have influenced this have been John Gustafaro is one that has great work on this particular handling. I believe there's a Larry Jennings bit somewhere in there, just sprinkled like a bout with gout. But in this particular case, all you're gonna need are 2 jokers that are identical. That's it. You're gonna get 2 jokers that are identical. One goes on the top, the other one goes on the bottom, and you're ready to go. The rest is a shuffled deck. Of course, that's a false cut, but you retain the jokers on top and on the bottom. And you're ready. So this joker becomes your mystery card right here. This is the joker that you're gonna take and you're gonna place somewhere on the table for later use. You're not going to really say too much about it, but that's going to be your mystery card, the card of mystery. Apart from that, we're going to have a card picked and controlled to the top of the deck. In this case, it's the 2 of hearts. All I do is a one-handed charlier cut right here so that, guess what? When I do a little bit of a squeeze-in meme, you see what happens? Their card gets controlled to the top. The joker stays on the bottom. Let me go over that. I'm going to bring back European slow motion. And see, a lot of people don't understand the joke here. It's like, oh, Pigcake, haha, why European slow motion? That's ironic because the fact is that it's slow motion because people from Europe are slow. So I have to do an extra additional take on the tutorial because you guys are so slow. So here it is. You're going to have a card picked. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a charlier shuffle and down jog that 9 of spades. As I square it up, I'm actually going to pull up on it. You see that? I'm pushing down. I was thinking too hard European, so right now my roles are reversed here. So you're going to push down on the card, which is in turn going to cause a little bit of a pinky break. You see that? Little bit of a pinky break. So now if I do a double undercut, to bring that card to the top of the deck, the joker stays on the bottom, which is exactly what you need to have right now. So at this point, you could do any number of false cuts that you want, depending on what part of the country you're in. And you're going to do this little bit of a toss production that I first saw done essentially in every kid's magic book ever to produce 2 cards here. You're just going to put pressure on the top and the bottom card. And then what that does is that if you hold the deck in your right hand, you put pressure on the top and bottom card, and you throw the deck to the hand, guess what? Those 2 cards, the original top and bottom cards, are going to stick. They're going to stay in your hand. And that is exactly what we need because we have a joker and we have the spectator's card, in this case, the 9 of spades. So one more time, these cards get tossed to the hand, and you're saying, we're going to need the jokers for this. I say that as I turn over my hand to show a joker, then I'm going to thumb off this top card and show the same joker twice. So you're supposedly just producing these 2 jokers. Really, you produced the joker and the 9 of spades, but the spectator doesn't know that because they're stupid. So now at this point, you've shown both of these cards to be supposedly jokers, but remember, their card is now second from the top of the deck. So you're going to square this up. You're going to do whatever magical move you want, And then you're going to spread the top 3 cards here and say, now, believe it or not, we've actually trapped 1 card between those 2 jokers, which happens to be your 9 of spades. So notice what I've done there is that I've just simply displaced and reverse counted the cards to place this joker in the bottom. That's optional, but it does allow you to do a little bit of a nice display here. So you snap your finger, whatever it is you want to do. You spread these 3 cards. You out jog the middle one. You're going to reverse count them as you gesture and you say, oh, there's now 1 card that's trapped between the jokers. And guess what? It happens to be the 9 of spades. So what I've done there is that I've just kept this card out jogged, but now I could turn my hand over and show the fact that there's a joker there. I could deal this top card out, take this 9 of spades to the middle again, and then show the joker once again. So this is a nice little bit of a display, and I think it's worth it to do that initial false count in the beginning, or sorry, that displacement, to do that display. So now we're left in a position where we need to place this deck face down on the table. So the way we do that, we're just going to place our thumb underneath, revolve the deck, so that allows us to place the deck face down on the table, because we're going to take this 9 of spades and switch it for this one in a particular. We're going to take this card, we're going to place it on the bottom, and we're going to turn all the cards over. So now the situation is as follows. We have an X card here, a card that doesn't matter. We have their card, and we have the joker. Now we also have the joker over here, but that's a mystery card that the spectator should not be thinking of at this point. Now we're just going to simply use our left fingers to slide this card towards the left as we flip it over, which has us holding a little bit of a double meme, a little bit of a double lift here, because we're going to take this card, the 9 of spades, we're going to turn this double over and place it supposedly in the middle. Really, we're placing this X card. So that at speed just looks a little bit like this. We could just show the 9 of spades, take it, and place it somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now, if you want, you could turn this hand over as a little bit of a convincer there to the fact that there's still jokers. You don't need to draw attention to it, but that card just goes in the middle of the deck. You say, because we actually don't need the 9 of spades, believe it or not, we just have a little bit of a mystery here now, don't we? We have a little bit of a mystery because that card's been there the entire time. And of course, now we're going to do the classic Brother John Hammond sandwich switch from his original mystery card plot. So what we're going to do here is we have the little stack in this set. We have their card and we have the joker. We're going to separate it between the hands, and we're going to use these cards to pick up that mystery card on the table because you don't want to touch it. So here is where we're going to do the switch, and it's a very, very simple switch, but it's stupid effective. We're going to take this card and turn it face up. At the same time that we're taking the bottom card, which is the joker, and turning it face up, we're going to just use our thumb to slide the cards in this way. So remember, this is the card that you have just picked up. We're going to turn this card over, which is going to draw the eyes to that particular card. We're going to just switch these cards. We're not going to do a little bit of a fast action. We're just going to slowly switch the cards as this card is being turned over. So at speed, it just looks like that. You see that? It almost, it gets covered automatically by just turning the card over. Now we're going to take our left thumb and we're going to grab that top card as we turn over this bottom card. You see that? There's a nice little bit of a switch there. So we've turned this card over. We've used our thumb to switch both these cards. We're going to thumb this card off on top of that card we just turned face up. And now we're going to turn over the remaining card face up in the hand. So now you've supposedly just turned over the jokers around that card. Really, you've switched it for their card. It's a wonderful switch, Brother John Hammond. It's pretty much one of my favorite little switches when it comes to this situation. But one more time, you're picking these cards up. You've turned this one over, and now they're going to be astonished when they turn over that card to find that it's the original card that they touched. But you put that card before they even touched the card, so it becomes a little bit of a paradox. But that's a nice little bit of a trick. And what I like is that you have a trick that sets it up before you actually do the mystery card reveal. So you have the 9 of spades appearing between the jokers initially, and then it turns out that the card that's on the table is a 9 of spades. So it's a nice little bit of a full circle routine here when it comes to this mystery card. Oh boy, man. Oh boy, what a wonderful world we live in. What a hotness. What a hotness, man. Ham radio, it's happening. Ham Radio. It's my podcast that I'm doing with DJ Danny Dizzle. We're doing it every Wednesday at approximately 8 o'clock. It's either 8 to 9. That's when we're starting it. But Ham Radio, it's going on. It's happening. You might want to hit the notification bell icon for that, because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. We're going to have some great banter. We're going to talk about cards. We're going to talk about stuff. It's great. It's oh boy. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope to see you on the next one. I'm going to go figure out different ways to use Schweppes Club Soda to...
When I see you again, 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 when I see you again.